What's going on, y'all? TBD here. Today we're going to talk about the new Tudor Pelagos. Well, new Pelagos, or not Pelagos, but the FXD, the new FXD. It's not new. I mean, it is new, but it's not new. See, so those of you that don't know, right? Tudor launched the FXD, I think, last year. I want to say it's really cool watch. If you don't know about it, basically the Pelagos, but better in my opinion. It has fixed lugs. That's what the FXD in FXD stands for. Has fixed lugs, so you're kind of bound to only wearing NATO straps with it. But basically, right, fixed lugs is a solid piece of steel that goes along the case, in between the lugs. Very strong, very sturdy, pretty cool. Um, it is a cool watch. But yeah, Tudor came out with a new one, so we're gonna get into it. As you can see, I just got off work, right? I'm still in my work attire, so forgive me, but I've been wanting to talk about this since probably 12 this morning whenever I heard about the the new Pelago or not whatever it's called, the FXD, right? So as soon as I got home, I got out my car, went into my house, grabbed my gear, and now I'm out here in my backyard talking to you guys about a watch that probably none of you really care about. Anyway, so let's talk about it. So the FXD, really cool watch, 42 millimeters, I think like 14 mil thick. Um, it was designed by, or it was in collaboration with the British National and Tudor, right, to create a watch for whatever missions they were doing. Whatever the watch would withstand whatever the National needed. So it's a really cool watch, and I actually think, well, there's not really a history to it besides that, but I think the quote unquote history of it is very cool because this is a watch that was actually made with a purpose for a group of people that will use this watch for its intended purpose, right? Which is kind of rare these days because usually we just have watches that are just made with the intent of a purpose, right? But no one's actually gonna ever use that, right? So anyway, this is this is just basically the exact same watch, right? But in black. Um, It looks good though. I mean I like it. It looks good. Nothing changed. The case didn't get thinner. The case didn't get smaller or bigger or anything like that. It's literally just the FXD but with a black bezel and a black dial. Um, Cool thing about it though, there is a little bit of backstory behind why Tudor dropped this. So basically, kind of a throwback, if you will, to back in the 1950s and kind of up into the 90s, whenever Tudor would issue out Tudor Submariners, and they issued out black ones to them, which is pretty cool. This watch looks nothing like the Tudor Submariners of that time, but um, regardless, I think um, that history is kind of cool a little bit. And by the way, these watches were issued out to the U.S. Navy SEALs, which is even cooler, right? But at the same time, I kind of don't really see how this correlates with the FXD because the FXD isn't the Tudor Submariner. I know it's kind of like a homage, if you will, to it, but it still doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But with knowing this information, um, it does give the watch a little bit more of a intriguing aspect, I guess, if you will. It's not, if you're just seeing this from just like Tudor launched a new watch, and all you see is it's just a black FXD, you're like, that's kind of lame. Which, in retrospect, you're not wrong. It is kind of lame, right? But what can you do? I, however, am kind of disappointed in this drop. Not gonna lie, boys, kind of disappointed in this drop. Um, yeah, you know, I was hoping that Tudor was gonna, because if you looked on Tudor's website or their Instagram account, you'd see that they're referencing going back through their history, back through their past, and all that, right? So I was thinking, or I was hoping, right, that Tudor was going to release a Ranger with a 36 millimeter case. That would have been I would have bought one on the spot, and I don't even have the money to do that, but I would have figured out a way to buy one, right? I was either hoping for that or an updated rendition of the Black Bay 58. But no, we didn't get any of those. We got, to be honest, we got an even more boring FXD. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. What can you do? What are you gonna do? Right? Um, but I mean, it's not a bad drop though. It's really not a bad drop in any way, shape, or form. It's just kind of underwhelming, right? If you were expecting more, but I think it's a good job. I think this is a really good watch for Tudor to have in their catalog, right? So for kind of like with the Pelagos again, um, because with the Pelagos, just the regular one, you have it in a blue configuration and then a black configuration. If you don't like the blue, get the black. You don't like the black, get the blue. So kind of same thing with the FXD. If you don't like the blue FXD, now you can get the black one. Still waiting on Tudor to drop a blue 39 millimeter Pelagos and a blue left-hand drive Pelagos. I say that as if I'm gonna buy either of those watches. I'm not. I just think it'd be cool for them to have that in their lineup, kind of like how they have the black FXD now. But you know that'll be long down the line. But hey, is what it is. I just want to come on here real quick, talk to you about the new drop. I don't know if you can hear like my neighbors yelling and their dog going absolutely ham behind me, but yeah, if you can, I apologize. If not, then forget I ever said anything. But yeah, so just want to come and talk to y'all about that. Um, I apologize if I'm so awkward too, right? I have been on camera in a while, so is what it is. But anyway, though, before I head out though, quick wrist check, right? We got the Super Squale on today. I don't know if that's in frame or not, but whatever. Love this watch. I'm wearing it almost every day. Um, Under $1,000, depending on where you get it. If you buy it on any websites like LongIslandWatch.com or Exquisite Timepieces, sometimes they run sales on Squale watches, and I so happen to get mine off of Noman Watches. That's how you even pronounce their name or whatever. But I got mine there. Got it on sale for like 950 bucks. Great watch. Love it. One of the best divers under $1,000 or right at $1,000. If you love vintage timepieces or vintage inspired timepieces, definitely go get you a Squale. They do it best. I have more to talk about when it comes to Squale, but I'm gonna save that for another video. But anyway, yeah. So Tudor FXD. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And yeah, yeah.